Hi, parents. My name is Jenny Lee, and I'm a psychology and empowerment specialist for youth. Welcome to the Parenting Compass, your trusted guide for navigating parenting challenges in today's tech-driven world. Today, we're discussing an essential topic: how to set age-appropriate screen time limits. Screens are everywhere: tablets, phones, TVs, and laptops. While technology can be an incredible tool for learning and entertainment, too much screen time can impact your child's physical, emotional, and social development. In this video, I'll share research-backed insights, practical tips, and actionable strategies to help you create healthy screen time boundaries tailored to your child's age. Let's get started. Why setting screen time limits is important. Screen time can have both positive and negative effects, depending on how it's used and for how long. Statistics to consider. According to the American Academy of Pediatrics, AAP, children aged 8 to 12 spend an average of 4 to 6 hours per day on screens, while teens can spend up to 9 hours. A study by Common Sense Media found that 50% of parents feel their child's screen use negatively impacts family relationships. By setting age-appropriate limits, you're not just reducing screen time, you're encouraging healthier habits and making space for more meaningful offline activities. Age-appropriate screen time recommendations. Let's start by looking at expert recommendations for screen time based on age. 0 to 2 years. Avoid screens except for video chatting with family or friends. Focus on sensory play and face-to-face interactions instead. 3 to 5 years. Limit screen time to 1 hour per day of high-quality educational content. Encourage active engagement by watching or playing alongside them. 6 to 12 years. Aim for 2 hours per day, focusing on a balance between educational and recreational screen use. Use screens as a tool, not a default activity. 13 to 18 years. Focus on moderation. Encourage teens to prioritize schoolwork, sleep, and physical activity over recreational screen time. Tip: while these recommendations are a starting point, every family is different. The key is creating boundaries that work for your child's age, personality, and needs. Tips for setting age-appropriate screen time limits. 1. Set clear and consistent rules. Kids thrive with structure, so make your expectations about screen time clear. How to set rules. Create a written family screen time agreement that outlines rules for each age group. Specify time limits, approved apps, and no screen zones, e.g., bedrooms and dining tables. Example: one family I worked with implemented a 1-2-3 rule for their 10-year-old. 1 hour of educational content, 2 hours of recreational screen time, and 3 screen-free activities like playing outside or reading. Challenge: kids may test the rules. To address this, explain why the limits are in place. These rules help us stay healthy and have more time for fun together. 2. Use parental controls and monitoring tools. Technology can help you enforce limits and monitor usage. Recommended tools. Google Family Link lets you set daily limits and approve apps. Apple Screen Time tracks usage and allows you to set downtime. Bark alerts you to potentially harmful content while respecting privacy. Tip: pair these tools with open conversations about trust. Say, I use this app to help us manage screen time, not to invade your privacy. Research insight. A study from Pew Research Center found that families who use parental controls report 20% fewer conflicts over screen time. 3. Lead by example. Kids learn by watching you. Model healthy screen habits to inspire them. How to model behavior. Put your phone away during family meals. Share your own struggles. I realized I was spending too much time scrolling, so I set a timer to remind me to stop. Suggest offline alternatives like board games, cooking, or gardening. Case example. A parent I worked with noticed their teen spending hours on TikTok, but realized they were scrolling just as much. By implementing a family tech-free hour, both parent and child became more mindful of their screen time. Number 4, encourage quality over quantity. Not all screen time is equal. Prioritize educational and interactive content over passive scrolling. Examples of high-quality screen activities. Younger kids. Apps like ABC Mouse or PBS Kids that combine learning with play. Older kids, platforms like Khan Academy or Duolingo for learning new skills. Teens, encourage creative use, like making videos, coding, or designing graphics. Challenge: it's tempting for kids to gravitate toward mindless entertainment. Sit with them and explore new apps or games together to find engaging, age-appropriate options. 5. Balance screens with offline activities. Screen time limits are easier to enforce when kids have compelling offline alternatives. Ideas for offline activities. For younger kids, build a fort, bake cookies, or go for a nature walk. For older kids, encourage sports, music lessons, or STEM projects. For teens, support hobbies like photography, volunteering, or joining a local club. Research insight. The American Psychological Association found that kids who engage in outdoor activities daily report 30% lower stress levels than those who spend most of their time indoors. Tip: frame offline activities as fun opportunities, not punishments for being off screens. 6. Involve your child in decision-making. Kids are more likely to follow rules they help create. How to involve them? Ask, what do you think is a fair amount of screen time for weekends? Let them propose solutions for managing their time. Revisit the agreement regularly to adjust as they grow. Case example: I worked with a 14-year-old who negotiated extra screen time on weekends in exchange for completing chores during the week. This compromise reduced conflicts and fostered responsibility. Addressing common challenges. What if my child resists limits? Explain the why behind the rules. Too much screen time can make it hard to sleep and focus in school. We're setting limits to help you stay healthy. What if they complain they're bored? Frame boredom as an opportunity for creativity. Suggest, why don't you build something with Legos or write a story? What if I struggle with my own screen use? Be honest, I'm working on balancing my screen time too. Let's help each other stick to our goals. The long-term benefits of screen time limits. Setting screen time limits isn't just about today, it's about preparing your child for the future. Key benefits include improved focus. Less screen time improves concentration and academic performance. Stronger relationships. More family time fosters emotional connection. Better health. Reduced screen use lowers the risk of sleep disruption, obesity, and eye strain. Research insight. The World Health Organization, WHO, recommends limiting sedentary screen time to promote healthier, more active lifestyles for kids. Setting age-appropriate screen time limits is one of the most impactful steps you can take to ensure your child's well-being. To recap: 1. Establish clear and consistent rules. 2. Use parental controls to enforce limits. 3. Lead by example with your own screen habits. 4. Prioritize high-quality content over passive use. 5. Balance screens with engaging offline activities. 6. Involve your child in the decision-making process. Thank you for watching The Parenting Compass. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with other parents. Together, we can raise a generation of tech-savvy, balanced, and healthy kids. See you next time.